We are live. All right.
Hey.
What's up?
Okay, we live. We live here on Channel 5 with the new Flip the Script podcast. I am Low, short for London. Let's get introduced to the game. Y'all want to? Okay, we live. Tell us your name.
Yo.
Bars.
Cabrera, you can go and top it off. I don't want to.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, finish the bars.
Well,
up,
it's
Bree.
me. It's the queen, Bree. Okay, very short. It's just all it is.
Queen
Let me pass it to my right though.
Come on,
Pass
Black
to the
Kings.
right. Okay, first name Nick, last name Evans. Social media real Nick Evans. Flip the script. We in the building.
All right.
Yeah,
Last but certainly not least.
Hey, man, they call me B, man. You know, I'm gonna come bring the heat for y'all. Don't worry, fellas. I got y'all. They think that they're gonna be able to put it on it. But,
Well, then,
but
let's
I'm
go
gonna make
ahead.
sure. I'm gonna make sure I really flip that script.
Okay, we
Mhm.
flipping the script. It's getting hot in here already, so let's go ahead and dive in. So, us who you see here, we are all very single, except for Mr. Nick Evans.
Yeah,
Real
except
Nick
for me.
Evans, married man.
Except for me, you know.
So let's start. Let's go ahead and speak on that. Nick, married life, different from single life. How?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, the only difference is, you know, you can't go out as much as you used to.
You
But,
cannot.
Yeah, that's the only.
Okay.
That's the only big difference. I mean, if we getting real, you know, you can't. You know.
Right.
Yeah, but besides that, you know, it's sweet. I can't complain. I'm
So,
Okay.
so there's no new level of responsibility that
Okay,
comes
come
with marriage.
on,
I mean, you know, but okay, come. But see, I got twin daughters and a bonus daughter, so
Shout
3
out
girls.
to Zoe, Chloe.
So with the children, yeah, comes a major responsibility. But as far as me and
Marriage.
wifey,
Yeah, we're talking about
yeah,
marriage.
as far as me and
wifey.
wifey, yeah, we good, man. It's just like living with a best friend every day, bro.
Period.
So you never felt like there was a transition from the dating to fiance stage to now the marriage. You feel like it's all just been one smooth.
I can hold
You know
on,
what?
because he didn't say no transition. I asked just for the difference.
Well, I'm just asking.
Okay.
But yeah,
what's the
so
difference? Like, is there any
the-
difference between that, or because you had your best friend, you feel like
Exactly.
It's the same.
Okay, could
Exactly.
have skipped some steps.
He found the right one.
But
It
you
sound like
know,
he found the right one.
but you know what, bro? For me, it was at the time I was looking for it. I was ready. I was like, man, this is what I want next.
Can I
Okay.
speak on this?
Okay.
When I say,
This is what I want next.
And when I say that is a very big thing. When I say the man was ready, so before he got the ultimate best friend, we were best friends. And
Right.
I remember it was a New Year's and we went to church.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't even like a godly person. Years later, married with children. This is a very, spiritual guy, but he wasn't even a godly person. We went to church. It was New Year's.
Yeah.
Left church, went to a party.
Yeah.
On the way in the car from church, he said, "Hey, I want a girl, bro. Like, I'm sick of this life. I'm ready."
Aww.
He said, "I'm ready. Like, I'm ready for a girl." And, me knowing him, because this was a player. Hey, he was a player. So, I'm laughing.
Yeah.
I'm from church. I didn't been at church at the altar crying. So I'm like, boy, okay, another day. Like, we about to go turn up, but no, 3 months later, he had found, his girlfriend, who is now his wife, and things really moved in accordance to the man taking that leadership role, ready to be a provider and being ready and on that path that God had called him to be in, as far as being a husband. So I think that is very essential with men out here saying what they want and saying that they want to transition from, the dating to the marriage. Sometimes men can acknowledge that they're ready for the transition, but are you really ready?
Yeah, but you got to get that shit out your system, though. I would admit that first. I feel like I kind of jumped off the porch a little early, so I was able to get it fully
right
out
on
of the
time.
system. Yeah, it was time. It was perfect timing. It was perfect time, and I feel like I had did everything I wanted to do, and I feel like there was really nothing else left to do besides build and try to win, bro. Like, that was it. And that was the only thing left for me to do was start a family.
So I have a question with the people here on this couch, excluding you. Do you all want to be married? Is marriage an option, or is that a goal for the future? B, let me hear it.
I mean, marriage is an option. Definitely. I am not giving it a time period. if I get married at 60, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's not something that I'm really like, I gotta get married.
Okay.
I gotta rush to do this. No, that's something I want to take my time with, because at the end of the day, I'm comfortable with myself. I love myself.
Preach
So with that said, I don't have to have a plus one. I got a plus one. His name is Caden Cruz.
it.
Okay.
Shout out to Cruz.
All right. I done messed up. Okay, y'all. And you know, and started my family before it was time for a family.
Right.
So with that said, I just want that next person to be definitely on the same level with me and to understand me, regardless of what age they might be.
Okay.
Queen things.
You know?
Okay. And B,
Sure.
let
I
me hear
mean,
it.
I've always been open to the idea of marriage. I come from a household and a family where I've seen a 35-year-old union. So I know the benefits of marriage, but I also know the work that marriage takes. And so for me, it's less about my desire and more about the partner that I choose. If the woman that I'm with is somebody that I feel like is marriage material and that it's time and that the things are lined up the right way, that we should make that leap, then I'm all for it. But you know, I realize that in the dating game that 99% of what you're gonna run across is not going to be something that is someone gonna be lifelong lasting. But I will say that I'm on the look, just like Nick was saying earlier, that when he knew he was on the prowl and like it was time. I feel like I'm kind of similar in that space where it's like I'm open to it. You know, I know it's gonna take some time. You know, like anything else, it's not gonna be tomorrow. But if the right woman in the right situation comes across, I would definitely lock that down. You know, I don't want to be one of them old people who can't scratch their own back and gotta find out. I want somebody to scratch it for me, and I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do the same.
And I quote, it is not about the desire. It's about the partner.
Okay.
I gotta snap 4 times for that one
Real
because
talk.
that was real.
But no, real
So-
talk. Bree, you said something earlier that I kind of wanted to kind of like retouch on when you said you got your little man, that's your one. So the thing is, I want to know is how has it been for you, or how do you handle having a little one and dating at the same time? Because I know that you can. You know, as far as who to introduce him to, you know, when is the right time to introduce him to him? Like, how does that work?
Okay. So I've been battling with this because my dude is only 1 year old.
Okay.
He can only remember so much.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? So if I introduce him to you right now,
Right,
he
right.
may or may
He
not
may not.
remember you.
Yeah.
I'm the godmom.
You
Ding,
know?
ding, ding. He don't know who I am, okay?
No, it
He
really
comes
be
to my
like,
house and cries
Lolo?
every time. He
Is
does
it
not
you?
know. He does not know
You
who
ain't
his
got your
Lolo.
lashes on today.
You don't have
Lolo,
glasses,
is
you don't
that
have
you?
glasses on, and he will act up. So Cruz right now, listen, I'm sir.
So
I'm
right
godmom.
now it's kind of easy peasy, you know, like I can bring him around the people that date or whatever, but they don't, take it as she's looking for a father or anything.
Right,
Like,
right.
like I'm dating you.
Right.
Cruz ain't got nothing to do with me and you.
Right.
Okay.
So you're not dating with the intent on trying to find anything.
No,
serious.
because like I said, I am totally comfortable in myself.
Mhm.
You know, if I am a single mother, oh, so be it.
I
You know
got
what I'm saying?
Respect.
I have, a baby daddy, and he provides when he wants to, when he can, whatever, But at the end of the day, it's just me.
Right.
It's just me and Cruz.
Right.
So if I want to date right now, it's fine because, like I said,
It's casual.
It's casual.
Casual.
I'm not making anything hard and sensitive
And
right
intentional.
now. Like right now,
yeah.
it's like, okay, I see what you're doing.
Okay.
I might
okay.
want to linger.
Great. That was a great question, Nick. Okay, I have one for you, B, with the commentary that you gave. So you said 99. Ooh, big number. 99% of what you will find in the dating world is not what you want to be with lifelong. I want you one to elaborate on why, and then tell us what is the type of woman that you are looking for. Because I feel like there are many women who want marriage and who want to settle down and have that. So I feel like the women will want to know, what is it that men look for that keeps them from noticing us and our desire for having that end and that role and playing, that title and playing that role as wife. for a man? What is it?
I mean, so the reason I say that is because, sure, there might be a plethora of women who are qualified for marriage,
Okay.
but there's only one that's particularly going to be for me.
Okay.
And that could come from a number of reasons. It's not that, you know, might not come across women with great qualities, great backgrounds, great features. But at the end of the day, you got to find somebody that's aligned to you. So if you're somebody that's on regimen, you come across a girl, even if she's attractive and you like her, but she's more fly by the seat of her pants. She kind of just does things like on the fly. Spontaneous, you know.
You gotta watch out for
that could be a deal
them.
breaker. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta watch out.
Say you somebody that's into fitness, and you got things that you abide by, and it's like, okay, well, I'm somebody that's into my health and my fitness. Well, I come across a partner. She, you know, every day she drinks soda, do certain things, or it's like there are different things that could unqualify a woman for you, and they're gonna be
soda.
whatever it is.
That's why you got people
It could be a number of reasons, but just because
we can share Coke together every night. I'm with it.
It ain't supposed to be all that. But like I said, it comes down to like you can find a number of women that could be qualified for marriage, but it's not just that she qualified, but is she aligned with you for marriage?
Like a puzzle piece.
Yeah, it's like a line for you.
Okay,
she might be qualified to be married to somebody, but we aren't aligned in the same place. We don't value.
So being aligned, being equally yoked, knowing that your partners share your same desires, goals, dreams, ambition. Someone that can
makes it way easier.
Not even easier. It makes. I feel like that makes them your person.
As I say, there's a lot of people
being with a person and then being married.
As I said, there's a lot of people you could marry, but there's probably only a few people that you should marry.
You can't.
That's what I say. So that's why I said 99% of them ain't really right. You could marry them, but they might not be the one you should marry.
That's true. That's true. But you can't leave out the struggles.
Okay.
The struggles is what makes it shit.
That's why I said. That's why I said I can understand like wanting to be with someone because it's easy to be with them, but then you have someone that is not so easy being with, but you love them to death, and you're just like, where do I go with this?
Right.
Okay. Question:
Is this too easy for me to say, yeah, he's the one, or you know,
can you make it work? So you say it's the okay. So I have a lot of questions I want to dive into with you all, but I'm gonna turn and flip the script, and I'm gonna go off of what you just said. Okay, let's keep it on the conversation. So you said that it's the struggles that make the relationship. So when you're looking at the different poles and you're looking at, you know, like as far as marriage and why a lot of marriages end, it is said that finances, you know, like that when financial situations enter the picture, that a lot of times the woman is ready to leave. So I'm gonna take a couple steps back, and I just want to talk about providing as far as in a relationship, being a man, being a woman. When we speak of providing, I want all of y'all's opinion on what is it when a man says that I'm going to be the provider for my household, and when a woman says I'm looking for a provider, what all does that entail? What is providing for you all as far as coming into a relationship or a marriage, whatever it is?
I'll defer to the married man first.
Okay, go ahead.
For me, I feel like, you know, it all falls in that role of just being a leader. Like I said earlier, I have daughters, so I feel like I automatically want to set an example, whether it's, you know, trying the goal right now. The goal is set to I don't want my wife to work someday. You know, I want to take that off away from her, so my daughters can have a image to look at and be like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. You know, versus where I come from. You know, you saying, man, in high school, I remember mom, she was the only one, you know, so she had to pay the bills, buy the Jordans, you know, buy the clothes for me to impress other people. But as far as on a different, you know, as far as my life, I want my twins to be able to look at me and say, okay, daddy, this is your job. You the role, you the leader, you provide, you take on that role. So it's just motivation for me.
So just to make sure I'm understanding you correctly, providing for you is more of a financial aspect.
Right.
It's financially.
Right.
You providing for her. Okay. Breathe.
All right. Okay. So I do understand the providing on the financial aspect. However, that's not all I'm looking for in a man. Most definitely, I can provide that financial aspect for myself because I have those high expectations. However, you know, you are a plus one to me. So, addition, thank you. You know, like I want a man that can add to me, add to what I already have. So finances is definitely not the only way you can provide for me.
I agree.
You can provide security.
I
You know, I can feel safe. You know, buy me this big old house. I'm out here with all these, you know, white people, whatever. You know, move me out here, and I'm cool. And I want security from my man to know, like, okay, hey, babe, we took a leap to come out here or whatever, and I want to know that, hey, you made the right decision.
You got me.
Just for example, you know, but that's what I mean by like providing. Is more about security. It's more about sensitivity. You know, to know that I ain't gotta call low every time I'm going through an emotional breakdown.
I can call my best friend.
I can call my
husband,
man
and
because
he can help me with that mental health.
even though I can understand, like, y'all don't know what to say all the time. Some of that stuff be just like, that's some girl stuff.
We don't.
And I want y'all to handle it. Why didn't you call up?
Which I've learned 90% of the time. Just
but
listen.
I want my man's perspective.
Yes.
But sometimes listening to my man's perspective makes sense.
And that's what you need. You don't need
sometimes you need a man's perspective.
Yeah, I mean, we calm. You know, y'all.
No.
Men are logical.
Right.
Men are logical. Women are emotional.
You know, we're calm.
Men are not calm.
So, I'm saying, but men are more so logical. Women are more so emotional.
Exactly.
So when you're coming to, you know, with the emotional situation to a man that's logical, sometimes his answer will drive you to be more emotional. Because you know, to where when you come to your friend who's going to feel those emotions with you, as far as empathy and empathizing, it you know, it's a little different.
Right.
So okay.
And, I mean, I guess that's why you know what situations to bring to your man. Like if you know you need to be a boss chick, right? Chick, right? Okay. You need to be I was gonna say the other word. You know, you need to be a boss chick. You know what I'm saying? You need to have that, you know, cut off that sensitivity. Oh, she came to work late. I can give her a pass. No. So like I need my man to boost me, you know, in the position that I am, but also understand like this is your role. It's like the mad Obama and Obama. You know what I'm saying? You the mad Obama. You gonna be the one that be like, hey, like, man, go get her. Tell her you ain't backing down. I'm moving forward. Like, okay, but I'm the one that's like, no, I really just want her to just, you know, do her thing and I'll move on next time. You know, like, no, I want my man to boost me and encourage me to like take those.
So all of that is providing under that umbrella.
Yes.
Okay, Brandon. Okay. Let's move on. Let's see what Brandon's thinking.
So we asking about the question of provision and what is that
We're
in a relationship
as a man. Come on.
I mean, provision comes in a number of different ways. Like we reiterated earlier, provision can be financial. It could be physical. If somebody's coming to do damage, it could be emotional. It could be a number of different things. And I just feel like in a relationship, the provision side of it, not only is it important, but it comes and goes back and forth in a bunch of different ways. Like the same way that the woman, I guess, in a lot of ways wants a man to provide and be there for her, like in her time of need. You know, as a man, we look for y'all to do certain things for us. You know, I kind of look for that big womb energy, like out of a woman. And when I say that, I mean like
big womb,
big womb energy. So if you think about a womb, what do you do? Anytime you put something into a womb, what does it do? It reproduce and creates life. So if I give you a meal, if I give you food, I want you to make it a meal. If I give you a home, my house, I want you to make it a home.
But you know what?
If I give you my soul, I want you to make me whole. And so I feel like it's a lot of women. It's a lot of women out here.
Ash, we see you, Ash. We see you, girl. She says, I need the logical thinker to balance my emotional overthinking. I completely agree. And that's that partnership. That's I feel like in the sense, that's what Bria was saying. I don't want to have to call low. She don't want to have to call me. She want to be able to call her man, her provider, to give her what it is that she needs, because you're right, that logical and that emotional is gonna bring everything to make it equal. You know, you go to your homegirl about a problem. When you're on 10, your homegirl gonna take you to 20.
Okay.
But when you go to your husband, when you go to that provider, when you go to that man, and you're on 10, he gonna bring you back.
He wants you to
5.
tone
He's
that
gonna
back
get
down.
you to see that, baby, you're thinking about this so much bigger than what it really is. What matters?
Right.
What matters? So I completely agree with you. Thank you for, the vibe. I just wanted to go ahead and acknowledge you. We're going to be here, girl. Make sure you tune in. Tell a friend. And okay, go back, Brandon. We're going back to you.
I mean, I just no. Hey, Ash, I appreciate everything you chiming in with us for us. But I just when I think about provision, especially in relationships, I feel like that is a two-way street. There are things that both parties are gonna need at different times, and when you with the right person, you all are gonna be able to find that balance, that compensation where when you in need, I give, and when I'm in need, you give. And because I feel like at the basis, if you really want a healthy relationship, as long as everybody's always looking to serve, if I'm always looking to serve you and your time in need, and you always looking to serve me,
that's a good word right there. Serve.
We'll never find no issues.
Listen, B,
we'll never find no issues
50%.
in there.
When you're bringing 100% to the table, like you said, you're whole, and that man is coming with 100%, baby, we are in competition to make each other the happiest. So I'm going above and beyond to make sure you good and you're doing the exact same. There is no room for less. And the mornings when I do wake up, when I don't have it in me to give 100. I can only give you 70. I'm already past the mark of most women saying that they only want to bring 50 to the table. Ooh. That my girl good. I can give this extra 30, 130 to make sure that we still are connected. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just an aspect of life and going through relationships. Because me coming through from the background I come through, I know there's been times when my parents and my family, they didn't always love each other. My mom didn't always love my dad. My dad didn't always love my mom. But I tell you one thing they always did do was serve each other. There was never a time when my mom was in need and my dad didn't come through and vice versa. And that's what kept the relationship going.
Bro, and
as long as you were there.
And that's really what it's all about.
Come down to.
That's what it's all about.
It come down to like anything.
I didn't see that. I didn't get that picture. I was at home, like I said, my mom, single mom. You know what I'm saying? And literally, same for my wife. So it's like, we just wanted to, we wanted to flip the script, basically.
Look at that ratio. That's 3 out of 1.
We wanted to flip the script.
Have been raised by single mothers.
And you have to take that into consideration. Yeah. That a man might not always know what leading looks like. Mm-hmm. That don't necessarily mean that he doesn't want to lead his family or his woman. Mm-hmm. Right. A woman might not always know what submission looks like. Ooh. But that doesn't mean that we don't crave to submit. Right. I am definitely an alpha woman. But I am praying for the day that God gives me the man that puts me in my beta role. I want to be a beta woman so bad.
Okay, let me ask you this. With that being said, I want everybody's opinion on this. With that being said, how do y'all feel about marriage, getting marriage help, like as far as seeking advice from like a marriage counselor?
I'm so for it. Husband, just know, future husband, you out there, beep, beep, beep. We are going to premarital counseling when we have an issue, because sometimes, especially when it's a stranger that is trained to give the professional help, sometimes I might not always understand what it is that you're going through or what, because like you said, that emotional women, we're emotional. And sometimes a man can be so fed up that he doesn't always, I'm not saying our business should be in the street. I'm not saying I'm going to mama every time you piss me off. It's bigger than that. We are one. But I feel like if there's a disconnect in the unity, then we need to figure out what that is. And sometimes that's outside help professionally. Sometimes that's just both of us meditating and getting on our knees together and praying and going to the maker to figure out what it is that's the issue.
Yo. I don't mean to cut you off, but Big 6'1", he said something that was very spot on.
Okay.
Like, I do this. Hey, I feel you, bro. Cause I do this, man. If I tell you, I probably do this maybe 3-4 times a week, bro. Like, just
can someone read to me what Big 6'1" said? I left my glasses at home.
I always have an open dialogue dialogue with my woman to let her know I'm here and I appreciate her and to be her
Facts.
everything.
And you know what?
Facts.
Big 6-1, you know what
You
you're
got
doing right
That
there?
reassurance.
You know what you're doing?
That
Big 6-1?
reassurance.
That is words of affirmation.
Real talk.
We have
But-
to serve the person that we are
and
with
that's
in
not
all
even-
5 love languages.
But-
And you giving her that words of affirmation,
Mhm.
that's real.
That's
You know what
real.
I'm saying? And when you're able
Here
to
go.
backdoor that with receiving gifts, with quality time,
Mhm.
with physical touch, when you're,
Mhm.
I'm like what Brandon said, there is nothing that we're not bringing to the table. We good. Like,
Yeah.
we can rock this thing out for 60
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
Okay?
I feel like what he doing is he providing a reassurance before she need it. Because anytime I've ever had an
Thank
issue
you.
with my woman, it's always been around the realm
And
of
you
her,
know what? That is weird for
her
me.
insecurity or her lack of
Yo,
love.
That
She
is
always feeling a
weird.
lack of love or she
I
feeling
like that,
insecure
B.
about something.
I like
That's
that,
generally
B.
what the root of the problem is.
I like
We're
that.
not
Big
arguing
6-1.
about what the problem. We're not arguing about what's in front of us.
We're
You know what?
arguing
You
about the
argue about
root.
you don't feel secure about something. You don't feel loved in a certain way, and that's what you are projecting on me
I
through
like
this issue.
that.
But that's really what it is. So when I love on you a little harder,
Before
you know,
she
you be
needs
better.
it.
Okay.
You keep that up.
He
Big
be
6-1,
better.
you a husband.
He
Nah,
knows.
facts,
He
man.
knows.
You're
Yo,
a
husband.
what's so weird is that that's kind of new for me.
Mhm.
Like a dude already understanding, like I have a problem with this, or you recognizing my you know my body language and my tone, and you recognizing all that. That's new for me, like because I've never understood, you know, why I'm around you 24/8. I'm a very clingy girl. Okay, so with that said, it's like you should know me by now. After a week, you should probably know me.
I would give it more than a week. I think I disagree with that.
I mean,
disagree with
know
that.
me to a point, like you know what I
A
like and
week.
what I don't like. 'Cause
No,
I'm very simplistic.
No, even with simplicity, Bree, I think maybe because I do agree that you are, but you are also 28 years old, so that in itself is going to bring complexity. You know what I mean? So when there comes a man who is truly trying to get to know your ins and outs, a man that's about more than she got a nice booty, I'm trying to hit. You know what I'm saying? That I think it's going to take longer than a week for him to really understand your aura.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To understand.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to pick
Yeah.
it
You're
up.
good. You're
Real
fine.
quick,
I feel
and
it.
we can pick it right back up. But no, real
Okay.
talk, because I'm married, and I tell you this to this day, there's
He
still
married.
some things, vice versa, me and her, that I'm learning every day. Every day is
Right.
new.
I guess what I meant was more on a like you can understand me in this moment right now by this week. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I evolve every day. I change who I am or who I want to be every single day because I'm
'Cause you're
learning.
growing.
I'm growing.
Yeah.
You know, I understand that. But I guess I am, like I said, I'm a simple girl. So it's some things is very, easy to catch up on.
So in
You
your
know.
simplicity, you feel like you were expressive in your growth? Like, do you communicate where you're growing
Yes,
at? in
I
a good
have.
way?
I have definitely grown from being a Scorpio that's very, put off. And when I come against a problem, I just, kind of get in my shell. I have definitely grown from that where I'm on the podcast right now.
And that's
talking
very
about my
important.
feelings.
Yeah.
And that's not something I would usually do.
Okay.
Important.
But I have people around me that say, hey, you a leader, bro. You are somebody that people can look up to. I love that, I have not just only a man to look out for, but friends to look out for, sisters, brothers to look out for that gives me that same respect. So
I'm gonna take a
that's
turn
all
in the conversation.
Let's go.
Can we put the cups up? Let's do a quick little toast. For the trip.
Let's go.
We're on marriage, and this question I guess could tie into the topic of marriage. But I want to know, as far as dating, as far as adults, as far as marriage. I'm gonna get a little messy here. Does body count matter? Does body count matter? Let me know.
I'm gonna speak last.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna speak last on this one.
Okay.
I'll let y'all go
So we gonna
first.
let B, because I feel like B's been at the end. Come on, B. You've been having some great points, my guy. Come on and speak to me. Does body come on? And I need honesty, transparency with that woman that is your dream woman. Get with you and say, hey,
She said I had 25
it's been
niggas.
60. It's been 100.
I had like 30 dudes in college. Shit.
Okay.
feel like the number is less significant as much as the impact of those interactions have had upon you. The difference between men and women is that we can impress upon women and it not affect us in the same way. But anytime men in general press upon women, you hold on to that. You know, you hold on to that in certain ways that we don't. And so if you having a high body count then impacts the way that you receive me because of the number of impressions that you've had upon your life, well, then now it matters. But you able to withstand that, and then the number of that doesn't matter, and I'm able to receive you and take you in at the right way, then we good. Then we good. Then we good. Then we good.
That's why I was speaking.
Hold on, we got Ash. Hold on, Ash have entered the chat. Ash have entered the chat. Ash say body count definitely matters. But I feel after a certain age, it's kind of immature to ask.
I just said I never asked.
Let's don't ask you coming.
I said I never asked. Body count is not a question that I ask. I can always feel when I'm dealing with somebody who's been around the block and somebody who's a little bit more reserved. Right. Like I said, it's less about the number of partners you've been with, but it's how them partners have affected you. And if they've really done a number on you to the fact that I feel like I'm dealing with the scars of things past, and now you bring them to me as something present that now I have to deal with in our current situation. Well, then maybe we got to step back.
Because you haven't taken the time to heal.
Because I haven't healed. Because it's like the things you deal with, that has nothing to do with me. But you're right. Maybe you are healed from it. But it's like, as long as them things aren't contributing factors to the way that you receive me and the way that we deal with each other, you can have a high body count. I might not ever even have to find out. Right. But if that body count is right. But if that body count is something that's doing something to us, now we might have more to talk about. Now we might have something to talk about. Now we might have something to talk about. Kegels. I care about body count is a thing. Body count is a thing. Okay, so
that's a great. Cabrillo cares about Kegels. London, what I care about that medical record. What are you bringing to the bedroom?
How many times
if you're good, I'm good. I don't, the women, that doesn't matter. But listen, we are very well kept.
Hey, you could be high body count and well kept. Well kept.
Listen, your past matters in that regard to me.
It really
does.
All right, well, that's fair.
I'm not taking no prep because my partner.
It sounds like you don't want to pick up the scars of somebody past. Right?
I'm the emotional scars.
I'm talking about the emotional scar. It could be a physical scar.
I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know I am not willing to take prep. Y'all have seen the HIV commercial? Because I have a partner. He could be the best guy ever. But I can't do it. It's not for me.
That's why I'm happy.
That last woman left that herpes scar on them that you ain't trying to deal with, right?
Hold on, Ash. Okay, hold on. I feel like Ash is right here on this couch with us. Ash say, she say, be saying that until you find the girl that's been ran through by the homies. So
period. You showed up to a bullshit and you like, I didn't know you knew all them niggas.
Come on, Nick. Come on, speak. What's your point?
I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, though, when you reach a certain age, it don't matter. It really don't matter. It really don't. Because, I mean, unless you're going to spend time searching and asking homies if they done hit and who done hit. Like, if you got to do all that, bro.
You know you in the wrong place.
Yeah, you might as well just keep it pushing. But I feel you, though. Back in 2010, I would have been like trying to find out, okay, hey, what that track record is like. But now, like, moving, like speed.
I was like, and in a lot of ways, it depends on the context upon which she met your homie. Like, I know homies that body count is through the rafters. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm knowing that about him and you happen to be one of the women that he came across, it's not ideal. I won't lie about that. It's not ideal.
But let me say this though. Let me say this because women gonna lie anyway.
It's not ideal.
I don't think that's true. Women. That's not true. That is not true. That is not true. So let's say some, because some women out here have a great, I don't want to say a high number is a bad number. I say a great number. I'm gonna say they have a great identity of who they are to the point where they can share with their partner if you ask. I hate that logic that a woman is going to lie, because I don't want any man thinking that when I come into the picture and I tell you my number, I don't care if it sounds low to you. Don't multiply no 3 to what I'm telling you, because when it comes to everything else since we have been dating, I have been honest with you. So if you know me to be an honest woman, a God-fearing woman, a person who is on this path, who's willing to be transparent with her partner, who's willing to be open about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the other, then when I come and I give you what that body count number is, I don't care the fact that you can say, you 30 and what? No, take me for my word. I think that's, you know what I'm saying?
Right, because it shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter, but
it shouldn't matter. I'm not going to ask the question.
I'm not to a man.
I'm not going to ask the question. I'm going to know in the bed. Okay, I'm gonna know.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know.
But
wow.
you know, hey, I don't want to make. I don't. Another thing.
I'm gonna know what you've been working.
I don't want to make the bros mad, but it is a double standard. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Ashley.
It is a double standard.
It's 2 dudes.
Thank you, Ash.
Nigga, look at me like, girl, please, you a Scorpio.
You said 2 dudes?
I'm like, I had 2 dudes.
That would be lying.
But anytime you meet a girl, she ain't had nothing in months. She ain't never had nothing in months.
At this point, it's whatever sounds good. Just tell me some shit that sounds good, and we can keep it pushing.
A whole year ain't had none.
Yeah, I'm saying,
A whole year.
When you say that, are you being honest?
Women, you have no chance. Just say you done already had like 20 dudes, okay?
No, women, I disagree.
Just
don't
say
lie.
You had 20 dudes.
Don't lie. Don't lie. The right man.
If you said
the right man will believe you, because some of them do care, but I feel like the right man. I have had a man tell me that he believed me, and in the same breath say that it's hard to believe. You know, you dish your dad, you're very cool. I see you around guys, you're very interactive. But because of the right man, he will be able to know. And maybe if you don't know, he can believe.
Like, man, I shouldn't even have to worry about that. If I do.
Exactly.
If I do, I don't even be with you.
Exactly.
That's something that's going to be so prevalent on your mind that you worry about.
And if it's prominent, then yeah, you're right. Cut her off, because if in your mind, if everything that she brings to the table, if everything this woman is bringing to the table for you, and in the back of your mind you have to care about something as minuscule as a body count, then that you don't want her anyway. You're looking for a way out, so just go ahead and get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you over the age of 21 and you still talking about a body count, then you know.
I feel like it's like what Brandon said. I feel like it's what Brandon said. If you have had so many partners where you have been involved in toxic sex, you know what I mean, and you have not healed from past traumas and you don't know how to date healthy, then that's when we can address it. Because if I'm bringing you to the table a man who, you know, has been able to evolve from the past, and I've learned and taken those lessons from my L's, and I'm coming to you wanting to be better, and all you're able to do is focus on the past, then we're not meant to be. But it has nothing to do with the fact that you slept with 100 men. It has everything to do with the fact of how you're carrying those 100 men with you, that baggage. You know,
bag lady.
Yo, I'm gonna put Brandon on the spot. You gotta go first, man, because I'm married. But I'm gonna double off your. I'm gonna double off your response though. How you feel about if man can tell if that thing been ran through? Motherfuckers ran through activity. How you feel about that?
I mean, you know, if you're dealing with somebody that's for the streets, man, because her actions are going to symbolize, or they're going to, what's the word I'm looking for? If you, from somebody who comes from a background of family members who have dealt with women, I won't lie, like my grandfather in the 60s was one of the biggest pimps in St. Louis. I remember growing up seeing him with 30 different women. Like, he was really one of them guys.
Yeah.
And so it's like, having come from a family in the household where that is prevalent, you know, when you got a street advocate, like you don't have to question that.
Exactly.
But it's like, for a lot of dudes, I feel like they choose to put their heart in situations where they know that they're gonna be disappointed and broken. And it's just like, as a man, if that's what you're dealing with, that's what you choose to deal with, cool, that's on you.
Right.
But in that situation, don't then go try to cry wolf and be like, well, I can't believe she did this, that, and the third, because you knew that she was gonna do this, that. Like,
Right.
tell you in the beginning when it started, you knew what you was getting into. And so it's like, I feel like then at that point it comes down to the man to make better decisions about what it is that you think that you want to stand on and build on, and vice versa for the women.
Same thing
Vice versa
for
for the
women.
It's not a one-sided thing. It's like both of you got to make a decision upon which, when you get to know a person, you know, you start talking, you start figuring out morals, values, you start learning about their history. You then learn at that point, is this somebody that you feel like you can stand on, or is this somebody that you know they might be cool, somebody that you enjoy, but they're not the person that's for you. Again, when we go back to the alignment, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, well, if y'all line a line and you try to do that anyway, well, you know, you get what you get. But at the end of the day, I feel like that then comes down to like more of a personal thing. Because I don't think that there's ever a situation where somebody knows, because people really through time, they tell to who they are. They might for a minute be able to front and tell you or showcase something that's opposite of what they or their nature. But like, you know, if they come from that environment, I'm a person that believes environment is stronger than nature, and what you do frequently becomes your frequency. And so if that's what you do, then that's just what you do. That's just what you do.
And that's really why I feel like it's just this our generation, man. Like we heard it. And that's why I hate to like be around a whole bunch of single people and like start talking about the marriage life and shit, like, because I don't want to feel like I'm trying to recruit nobody, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like,
but you're not, you giving us the game.
I mean that too, but I don't want to, like I said, I feel like everybody has to go through whatever they need to go through in order to feel like, okay, now this is the time I need to take this step, you know, as far as seeking marriage. Because I tell you the truth, Ace, she, like I said, we was like, we did it all. She watched me grow from nothing to something. So she know me. So for me to overnight just pop up out the blue one day and say, hey, I'm done. Yeah, I'm ready for marriage. Like, it was a big step. So that's why I say you just really have to, you'll know, you know what I'm saying? You'll know that feeling. But I feel like it's really tough in this generation that we in now to deal with that shit, because everybody want to impress everybody. You got social media, you know.
So in this generation now, I agree with what you said. In this generation now, do you feel like there could be the issues not just with social media, because there are men out here that's wanting to be the prize, or women out here wanting to be the prize, and it's conflicting maybe with what the other party thinks to be true? I mean, with you all, who do you think is the prize? That's my question. Who in a relationship?
The woman is always the prize.
Okay. Who's the prize for you, Brandon?
We are the prize.
Okay.
The man is the prize?
He said we. He was saying
I'm your
women
prize.
and men.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. We together.
We both, yeah.
We are the prize.
I'm your prize and you're my prize.
So who should choose who?
I like
because that's also been a big debate. Who is out to choose
the
who?
man?
The man, yeah. I feel like
ain't prowling for nothing.
I feel like one thing that attracted me to my woman was me feeling like the time that I met her, she put me in the space of she was ready to be a wife. Everything
Big
about
6'1",
her,
we ready. I'm sorry, I'm just letting you know. We ready for the podcast, brother. Give the invite and we there. Okay, go ahead.
She put me in the mind space of being a wife. And the day we live in now, that's super hard to find. You know, she
put you in the mindset to be a wife.
Yeah.
What makes a wife? And I want to hear this from you as well, Brandon. What qualities in a woman makes wife?
For me, I feel like it's the way you carry yourself. It's your goals. It's the way you think. It's the way you speak. You know, if I feel like you care more about, you know, your future, like if you're a tunnel vision and you focus, then that makes me want to be like, hey, okay, now I know I can make something happen with this person. You know, family goals, your values, that speak volume to me. And I felt like she was somebody that I can match that energy with. You know, it was somebody that I was like, hey, okay, if I'm going to take a gamble, I'd rather take that gamble with you. You know what I'm saying? Versus just taking a leap trying to figure some shit out. Because
marriage is always a gamble.
Yeah. And it was a lot of.
No one knows.
No, for real.
It is. It's definitely a gamble.
Man, you just never know what you're dealing with.
So, Brandon, who choose who, in your opinion, as a man?
I feel like we choose each other, but I also feel like in my mind, it's more simple than that. Like I said earlier, marriage is all about service. If you serving me and I'm serving you,
Right.
we'll never find no
You
issue.
can't lose. Yeah.
We can't lose in that way.
Yeah.
And so it's like as long as I find the person that's willing, and no matter whatever situation she's willing to serve me, and I'm willing to break my back to serve her, we'll never have no issues. Like
Right.
it's not as complicated as people make it seem.
Right.
Like
It's not.
it's
Okay,
really
cool.
that
So
simple.
question. Okay, so what is with the perspective of women are now the man? You know, what is the perspective of, women are not really looking for marriage.
I feel
Women
like,
are not really looking for
I don't believe that's
a
true.
man.
I don't believe women.
They're looking for, maybe a teammate. if
Wait, you
anything.
feel like repeat it? You feel like women are looking for?
I feel like women are
I
looking
mean,
for
we're
men.
talking about that perspective of women that feel like, okay, they want to go after their career. They don't want to have kids right now. They don't want to pursue a marriage lifestyle, or but they still want to have that person they can have that companionship.
I'll put it like this: I've never met a woman that didn't want to be kept, and I've
I
never met a
agree.
woman that didn't. Then, if then turn, that means she didn't want a man.
I agree. I think you can definitely choose your career. You can definitely choose your career. You can choose saying, I want to put kids on hold because I want to make sure that when they come into this world, I'm able to give them everything I have and still want a man. Right now, working full time, being in school full time is my story. And I don't necessarily feel like I have the room for that emotional baggage as far as being involved with someone. But let the right man come and find it a wife and he choose me, then I'm there. I don't know how this gonna work, but it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. Like women want to be kept.
I was gonna say, and
we want
kept
that
can mean
life.
different things. Kept for somebody in your situation where you have a kid. Kept might be a stepfather that provides financially and everything. In Lowe's situation, Kept might be somebody that when I'm studying, he pull up with me with my 4-piece William chicken, and he make sure I ate.
Give me my
That's
flashcards, boo.
That's kept.
And
But
I've
never
quiz me.
again. But if you think about at the essential of what that is, you want to be served through the room of a stepfather, and she wants to be served as somebody who just feed her.
Okay, let's address this.
Let's address
Let's
service.
Ash said people don't date for love anymore in 2023.
Period.
Okay, so
That's
what?
why I'm
Okay,
asking
so
that question.
okay, so do we agree or we disagree? And if we disagree, if we agree, what are people dating for? What are they dating for?
That's what I'm saying. Like
The
it's more like a
attention.
teamwork. It's more like a companionship. It's not as forth as love.
But
You know,
companions
they
can't
see-
love.
I feel like everybody dates for love, but they settle for what they can get.
Right.
And nowadays,
One thing I do
Nowadays,
see,
they settle for what they can
one
get.
thing I see that
They
people
look for
making a
love.
mistake on is dating. People care more about the reputation than they care about the actual building, like trying to find
Yes.
somebody that
Nobody
actually
wants to
syncs
build
with me.
anymore.
Yeah, we just want to post a picture on Instagram and get like
I
over
think-
200
We want him to
likes.
already have it.
We want somebody that's,
We want
yeah, and it's cool. That's cool. If you got swag and your partner got swag, then yeah, it's only right y'all have swag together. But if you out here searching for somebody that's 10 times out of your league just to flex, then it's like, okay, you fishing for the L. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's all you see now online or with people in general. Everybody, you can't even find a person that God has placed for you because you too focused on, well, I'm trying to find somebody that can take me out tonight and pay for me to
So
go to dinner.
attention. So we're looking for attention. We're seeking and craving attention instead of craving love.
Yeah, but I don't want to
Yes,
put it. I don't want to put it. I
exactly.
don't want to put it only on the women because you got guys.
I say we.
No,
I'm saying
it
people
goes
who want to be
both
married. I'm
ways.
saying
It's
both.
It goes
It's
both
both.
ways,
It's
most
both.
definitely. So
Yeah, it's both. You got guys that'll be out here that want somebody that's out of their league. Why you want somebody that has all of these characteristics that you don't? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Everybody got to work. You're going to grow. Everybody's going to get to where they want to be. But if you too busy focused on trying to attract somebody that wouldn't even speak to you if you was in the elevator, then you wasting time, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like you
Makes
need to
sense.
be focused on what you need to be focused on.
I can agree with that. I feel like it's human nature to pursue what you want.
Right.
You know that you at the base of anything in life,
Right.
people don't do anything unless they want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in today's day and age, there has been a spotlight on things that should be valued in life. And so now that has created a want and a desire in folks to say that this is the way. Yeah, that this should be what you want out of life. But when I be the most honest with people, you can ask them. 99% of people don't know exactly what they want out of life.
Exactly.
They know what the fuck they know what is promoted to them. A lot of people I know don't even know how to think for themselves.
It's in your algorithm.
They know what is promoted to them. Right. And so it's just like when you talk about relationships today and like what's the functionality and the basis for them, people want to be famous. People want to be known. And so they do things along the lines of relationships that are going to abide by those guidelines, those bylaws. And so that's
which
where
kind
they
of
are.
all boils down to social media.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, social media, in a sense,
it plays a huge role.
It's
the
your
most
culture at
prominent
this
thing.
point.
Yeah, it's the most prominent thing in people's lives in a lot of ways is social media. Yeah.
It
plays a huge influence on the way you think about certain things, especially when it comes to what woman you want to look for.
I mean, I told you
or
before.
what woman you should be looking for.
I mean, like I said, environment is stronger than nature. So if you put yourself in an environment where you were always looking at the big booty BBLs, or you looking at the balls,
so let's talk about that. That's what I said. The algorithm,
you put yourself in an environment.
Your algorithm is going to go off of what it is that you like. If you are choosing,
I said it earlier.
If you are choosing the BBLs, then don't get mad when they're popping up. I'm gonna be online and I'm looking at all the women that's natural.
Okay,
I'm looking at what they did to get this natural booty because I want a natural booty.
So
I am not a BBL girl.
Answer this. We got two women on the podcast. Y'all tell me this. So why? And I'm pretty sure y'all social media, every woman got at least one picture. Why all y'all got to turn to the side?
Because because what are women? What is it with women? Women have curves, right? You want to stand up and show your curves, Bree? You want to show it? Listen. So as women, I don't even want to say it's for attention. I think it's just we as women, we are known for what? Men are known for being buff. Men are known for being athletic. Men are known for being strong. Women are known for being sexy. Women are known for nice curves. Women are known for a good body. But as soon as we start appreciating our own body, and now we're online posting because now it's a thirst trap. Now you're a slut. Now you're a hoe because I like my body. Like I've worked for this body, or I like the way that I look. Now it's an issue because I'm to the side and I do have a man and he looking like, why you doing that? It's gonna bring attention. Sir, you got with the woman that's gonna bring attention. When I walk to the corner store, it's attention. When I get out at Williams Chicken, it's attention. Right. So when I like the way that I look, I'm not gonna never say anything to my man that get up and take a picture in a muscle shirt. If I know that he been working on his body, working on his triceps, biceps. You know what I mean?
I mean, I appreciate that. Because what if somebody was to approach you and be like, "Hey, little mama, let me hit that." Yeah.
If he's asking me to let him hit that off of a picture I posted simply of me being turned to the side, then that is literally, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not giving you any time of day, single or in a relationship.
So okay, I can respect that. If you don't let that get to you, but I'm
never
speaking from
me. That's not a compliment to me anyway.
So you can overlook that.
Because if me personally speaking, and ladies, you let me know if I'm wrong. Cabria, let me know if I'm wrong. Right. If I post a picture from the side, it's because I'm adoring my body and what it looks like. It has nothing to do with the validation. It has nothing to do with the validation that I'm seeking from a man or other women. It is truly what I like. I think that I look good from this angle. This is for me. I'm not seeking out anything.
No, I did not agree with Sierra's red carpet look. I felt like it was.
I did not either.
I
did not either.
I missed it. What did she look like?
I didn't either. As a married woman, as a woman, period. It was not even because
she had that thing. She had that thing out.
She basically had a see-through dress on.
No, she had a
pretty much.
I just feel like when you dating someone with status,
move different.
Yeah,
you have to move different.
You move different. If the guy don't carry himself like that, then you shouldn't either. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I feel about it.
Are we talking about celebrities here?
No, we're just saying. She asked the question. It was just only.
Yeah, Ash said. I think it should. She said how we feel about.
Wait. Pause. Because I recently just was finna buy an outfit that was very much see-through.
You are also not with Russell Wilson.
You know
You
what? Go ahead. Let
Okay.
me hear what you got to say.
Okay.
You was finna buy an outfit.
I was finna buy. Okay, it was one of the options as an outfit to buy, and it was definitely see-through. Okay. My dude was like, "Man, you gonna look good in that hoe." I said, "Okay, yeah, I know." He didn't have no problem with that.
He didn't have a problem with it.
He didn't have no problem with it. And he go, I can understand other dudes. I have been in a relationship with another guy that has had a problem with just wearing like little mini skirts.
So what do you feel like the difference was?
You know, wearing some latex, you know, like what Lo has on. I couldn't dare wear that with them.
Yeah, I got called out that bit too.
Well, so what
I couldn't dare wear that with them men.
So what do you feel like the difference was?
This is the outfit
But my boo,
This is the outfit
This is
Sierra
what
had.
Sierra
like,
had.
yes, like that's you. Work that mud.
So
But at the end of the day, it don't have nothing to do with.
So can you
other
answer
people.
Brandon's question? What was the difference in the men that you feel like? What's your opinion on the difference in the men?
There's a difference in understanding. There's a dude that has the dude I'm talking about. He had a problem with optics. He wanted everything to look, you know, I don't know if the word was professional or the word was, I don't know, I don't know what he was looking for, but it was just, that wasn't the girl he wanted to betray from me. You know what I'm saying? He even critiqued my eyebrows. Okay,
question.
Like, dude was like, your eyebrows look like a drag queen. I said,
ahead,
I was gonna say, so
where
what
you
it
get that
sounds
from?
like was the difference of security. One guy, it seemed like, wanted you to be more secure. He didn't want as much of attention. The other person did.
So question.
But I got a question. I got a question to follow that up though.
Like, no.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question? Because that might.
So then there was one guy that seems like he was more. It seems like one dude was more into you. The other one though, did you feel like he cared as much? Because there are guys that I know will be with a woman and we don't care what you wear because we really don't care about you that much.
No, I
So
feel like
you can
he
wear what you
cared.
want to
I feel
wear
like
just
he
because we don't
cared
care as
what
much
he-
about
I
you.
feel like he cared what I wore, but it was to a point where he was so secure in himself that his woman wasn't going to, you know, like drift off because she got on this bad outfit. You know what I mean? Like it's to a point where your man has to trust you too. And I haven't been in a lot of rare relationships I've been in where it's just like where my man trusts me. Like if I got on this mini skirt, okay, am I gonna be bending over in this mini skirt? No, I'm gonna drop down on my knees like this, okay, so I can get whatever I'm getting off the floor.
Right.
I'm a lady.
Even from a man's perspective, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm young. I'm not even. I literally just turned 30, April 13th. So I feel like I had to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? I had to put that out there. The club. I just hit 30. You know what I'm saying? But no, like from on a serious note though, like I try to keep that balance and I try to keep a fun. I try to keep our marriage fun as well. Now, do I let my wife? I'm not gonna even say do I, because I feel like I have no say so of what my woman decides to wear and what she shouldn't wear. But I do feel like my opinion matters as her husband. I can't say, hey babe, you know, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you feel like you can make a statement that she will heed with your opinion.
Exactly. But let me say this too. When we go out, you know, there are sometimes I'll be like, babe, no, I'll go ahead and put that back on. Like, I want you to show them
right.
pose.
That's my next question. What I wanted to ask on, is that okay, men, to tell your woman what to wear or what not to wear? Is that a thing? And women, are we able to be receptive to that? If your man comes to you, when you were with the guy Cabria that was saying don't wear that, was that an argument that you would give to him, or would you be willing to say, okay, let me chill? I want both sides of that.
It was a definite argument because the things that he like little mini skirts, like bro, it's a mini skirt. Every girl wear mini skirts. Like you can't cut me off wearing mini skirts. Okay, well, what else was it? Oh, wearing like I had before I had Cruise. Okay, you know I would wear like just bras with like jackets.
Right.
Like that was my MO. Like that was my thing.
But
you gotta, like, no, you couldn't wear no bra.
You gotta take in the factors too, though. Like you gotta take in. We live in a different world too. You know, like it's you know, back in the day, like, you know, we could go outside, play to the sun go down. You know what I'm saying?
Street lights
Yeah,
come
until the
on.
street lights come on.
They're
But
different.
yeah, it's different. But so I feel you, and then I don't at the same time, because it's like, yeah, you know, you could put on a mini skirt, but at the same time, you could put on that mini skirt and go to the store and never make it back home, because
Exactly.
we just live in a
But I
totally
know when to
different
wear a
world.
mini skirt, when not to wear a mini skirt.
You don't, but how? But how? Because I mean, without
I would never wear a mini skirt just randomly. I would wear a mini skirt to make a statement. And if I'm with my man, with my girls, it's just like that's the outfit.
Okay, Brandon, what's your take on it?
I never police what my woman wears, but I also know that I'm never gonna be with a woman that is going to be out there going to embarrass me. She anytime I'm with a woman officially, she's going to consider what I will think about the opinion and what the intention of her outfit is going to bring her, like as far as our relationship. So it's like, I don't gotta judge you upon what you wear. If you respect our relationship, there's certain things that you won't wear because you know that you wearing that puts us in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? And if you aren't conscientious enough about that, then you're not conscientious enough about me, and we're not meant to be together. And that's as simple as that.
And for me, I just feel like any man that I'm ever with, I'm going to trust his leadership role so much, because that's something that I look for men to bring to the table. That if I'm walking out in something, he know what he got. He know that when I attracted him, I was a girl in a bustier and a skirt with a slit, you know, with some high heels. So I know if I'm walking out the house and he say, babe, that's a little bit too much, I know that he's telling me that for a reason. Even if I can't see it, and I thought this was cute. I know, and the very most, you know, pushback he might get from me is me asking, what's wrong with it? Because, and that's just for my personal knowledge, because when I'm out and I see a dress that's similar to this, if it have the same little hook and the little, you know, slit where the breast is, I can say, nah, they not gonna like this, so let me not even waste my money. But I'm gonna respect my man's leadership enough to
Hey, because you're right. We're gonna always appreciate that little slit with the, you know, panties to the side. Look at good. But again, that's who you were. That's not who you are. That's who you were when you were single. Now that you are with me,
exactly.
And
I'm gonna trust that leadership.
I'm gonna trust that. That's who you were. That's not who you are anymore.
Yeah, because
that was who you were when you were single.
I feel like long as it's not coming from a controlling type of behavior, if it's not controlling and possession, then I can't. But I would never be with the man that I feel like carry those traits anyway. I don't want a controlling man. I want a partner. I don't want a possessive type of man. I want a man who's choosing me and I'm choosing you.
Okay,
you know?
So what can you say to?
It's kind of hard though to understand if a man's not trying to be possessive or he's just clingy.
Hold on, Bree.
I was gonna say, what can you say to women out there that because I know a lot of women that say, hey, I want a man that would tell me or put me in my place or take charge. What do you tell those women that feel like that's okay?
They feel like it's okay for a man to take charge?
Yeah, no, not necessarily
they
take
want
charge.
That passive aggressive man.
That, you know, how do you feel as far as a man telling you, like, it might come off rude, but what's the word? What am I trying to say? Because I feel like you're feeling what I'm saying.
Passive aggressive, because it's at the end of the day,
exactly
possessive. Like, you want to be like, I like a man being possessive of me. I like to feel like I'm wanted. I like to feel like it's all you got type shit. I'm like I said, I can be very clingy. I know what I want, and I can be, you know.
See, I'm different.
But I feel like you find somebody that's clingy and all that. I feel like that's less possessive and that's more infatuated.
I
feel he's more infatuated with you.
That's what you want. That's what you want to get off from the possessive.
I want a clingy man. I want a man who's a cake. I want a man who loves to be with me. I want a man that can appreciate me and walk behind me while he's saying that's mine. I am not looking for a possessive man. That is a trait that I don't find attractive. Not saying that it isn't. I'm saying me personally, I don't think that's attractive, because as much as I'm going to love you as my boyfriend, my fiance, my husband, I'm never going to be possessive over you. You had a life before I came into the picture. So now that we are adding with one another, we together are one, but you don't belong to me. So I don't want a man that feels like I belong to him.
How you word possessive, you know, like it could be possessive, like, sure, I just want to be wherever you at, or I just want to, you know.
That's more clingy to me.
Yeah,
I'm okay with clingy.
Is clingy and possessive two different things?
I think
Yeah.
possessive is a
Yeah.
step
Yeah.
further.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
possessive
Yeah.
That could be a little different.
It's two different things.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's two different.
It's two
It's a
different
little
things.
different.
It's two different things.
All right. Well, are we done, Jim?
But
So,
yeah, looks like we're wrapping it
we're
up.
wrapping it up. Okay.
Yeah. So
All right, so we're gonna play like a quick little game
Mhm.
called, this or that, and some of the questions are directed only toward the men, some are just for the women, and some we're gonna all answer. So, what you do, I'm just gonna give you two different scenarios, and you tell me the one that you would choose. So, men, would you prefer a strong-minded alpha woman or a submissive feminine beta woman for your lifestyle? What is it that you would go after?
for me,
Mhm.
I think I would take the submissive.
Okay, so
Just
beta. Okay.
just because I know I'm strong in that area as far as leading, that's my role.
Okay.
I only want to be.
You don't need no head buddy.
No, I don't need no head buddy.
Okay.
No.
And
Brandon?
I'm taking a submissive one for the exact same reason.
Okay.
Exact same reason.
Okay. And okay, so this or that. She brings you peace, but you cannot take her home to mama for whatever reason. Mama will not approve. Versus she's toxic, like the love toxic, but your family, friends, children, church members, everybody love her. Who you going with?
I'm choosing my peace. I'd rather be at
Oh,
peace with
me.
myself in that world, in
It's
that
the
war with the
peace
world,
for me.
than at war with myself and at
Everybody
peace with the
else has
world.
a way.
Yeah. I'm choosing the peace at home.
So even though you cannot take, and I know you and your mama, baby, y'all are same with Nick. Y'all both are mama boys. Love mama. You going with the peace?
Yeah, I
I'm
need
choosing
the peace.
I'm choosing peace for myself.
Yes, mama gonna understand.
Yeah, I'd rather be at
Because,
peace with myself.
As
than
much
with
as I
her.
love mama don't know me like my wife know me now.
And mama don't gotta deal with her the same way I gotta deal with her right now. So
Real
I'm choosing
talk.
the peace.
Okay,
I'm choosing
so this
peace.
one is for the ladies. Bree, side chick who knows everything, or the main lady who's kept in the dark.
Dang. Not kept in the dark.
She's kept in the dark. Mm-hmm.
You're trying to figure out who I would be? Who
This or
I would
that.
rather have?
Choose this or
Which
that.
position would you rather
What
be in?
position
I'd
would you
rather be
rather
the side chick.
that knows everything?
Yes. Because then I know I can be honest with you and you're not lying to me. I don't have time for you to be lying to me as a main woman.
Okay.
I'd be more heartbroken.
I'm wasting my time.
Because as a side chick, I know my place.
Okay. So this is one for all of us. We're gonna just go in order. Start with Brandon and work our way down. This or that. Thong or boy shorts? Women, which one would you prefer? And men, which one would you prefer on your woman? Go ahead.
Does she got clappers?
Thong, period. Just period. Thong or boy shorts? Which one?
I like the thong on a day to day.
Okay.
A
Bree.
day to day.
Come on, Bree.
We talking about a day to day.
We talking about thong or boy shorts?
Boy shorts.
Okay.
Man, that thong had me.
That thong got me.
And I'm going for the boy shorts as well. Hey, that nothing beats comfort and sexy.
Okay.
So you have been here. You got B, Bree, Nick, and Lo. We will be back on your TV. Don't forget to tune in to the second segment of Flip the Script. And
Flip
we
the
are
script.
out. We're going to take a quick toast. Thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah, my cup.
And
We in there.
we
Oh,
done.
turn up,
Thank
y'all.
y'all. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Period. Love it.
See y'all later, man.
Damn, I got